Alright, let's dive into something that's got the racing world buzzing: Chase Briscoe's big move into sprint car racing as a team owner. But this isn't just any team. He's acquiring Brent Marks Racing and their high-limit racing membership. Personally, I think this is a massive deal, not just for Briscoe, but for the sport as a whole. What makes this really interesting is the way it blends legacy, ambition, and strategic partnership. It's not just about buying a team, it's about elevating an already successful operation while honoring a family tradition that spans generations. Here's the thing: Chase Briscoe isn't just dipping his toes into sprint car racing, he's diving headfirst. And what many people don't realize is how deeply rooted this is in his family history. His grandfather, Richard Briscoe, was a car owner back in 1976, fielding cars for 14 eventual Hall of Famers. His dad, Kevin, raced sprint cars for over 2 decades. So when Chase says sprint car racing has been in my blood since birth, it's not just a cliche, it's a legacy he's carrying forward. This isn't a side hustle, it's a passion project with decades of history behind it. Now, let's talk about Brent Marks. He's not just handing over the keys and walking away. He's staying on as the driver of the number 19 car and taking on general manager duties. In my opinion, this is a win-win. Marks gets additional backing for his cell phone team, which he's already built into a top-tier program, and Briscoe gets an established, championship-caliber operation without having to build it from scratch. It's a smart move, especially when you consider how competitive sprint car racing is at this level. What this really suggests is that Briscoe isn't just here to play, he's here to win. And he's doing it by aligning himself with someone who's already proven they can compete at the highest level. Marks has won some of the biggest events in the sport, including the King's Royal and the historical Big One. Last year alone, he finished third in the national standings with 5 victories and 15 top 5 finishes. That's not luck, that's skill and strategy. So, by partnering with Marks, Briscoe is essentially fast-tracking his team's success. But here's where it gets even more fascinating: Briscoe's vision goes beyond just winning races. He's talked about wanting to create opportunities for younger drivers who have the talent but lack the resources. If you take a step back and think about it, this is huge. Sprint car racing is often seen as a stepping stone to bigger series like NASCAR, but it's also incredibly expensive. By building a pathway for the next generation, Briscoe is not just investing in his team, he's investing in the future of the sport. That's the kind of long-term thinking that sets him apart. One detail I find particularly fascinating is the sponsorship angle. Magical Vacation Planner, which has previously partnered with Briscoe in NASCAR, is coming along for the ride. This isn't just about slapping a logo on a car, it's about building a brand around a team that's poised for success. And let's be honest, in racing, sponsorship is everything. It's what keeps the lights on and the cars running. So, having a sponsor that's already familiar with Briscoe's work is a huge advantage. Now, let's talk about the High Limit Racing membership. This is a big deal because High Limit is one of the most competitive series in sprint car racing. By joining at this level, Briscoe isn't just showing up, he's making a statement. He's saying, we're here to compete with the best. And with Marks behind the wheel, they've got a real shot at making waves in the series. This raises a deeper question, though: how will this impact the dynamics of high-limit racing? Will other teams feel the pressure to step up their game? I think it's inevitable. From my perspective, this move is a masterclass in how to enter a new venture. Briscoe isn't just throwing money at a problem, he's leveraging relationships, experience, and a clear vision. He's not starting from zero. He's building on a foundation that's already solid. And that's what makes this so compelling. It's not just about the racing, it's about the strategy, the legacy, and the potential for what this team could become. So, what's the takeaway here? Personally, I think this is just the beginning for Chase Briscoe Racing. With Brent Marks at the helm and a clear vision for the future, they're poised to become a force in sprint car racing. But more than that, they're building something that could outlast any single race or championship. They're building a legacy. And if you asked me, that's what makes this story so much more than just another racing news item. It's about passion, strategy, and the enduring power of family tradition. What do you think? Is this the start of something special, or just another team in the mix? Let me know in the comments below.